the majority of models don't end up being published or being applied.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, I have got a lot of thoughts into that, but what would you say are the largest contributing factor of why these models don't end up being used after the effort's gone through in a pilot or a POC and it's gone to a pilot, but it ends up just kind of being a shelfware project?
Well, one of the main things is that there's not visibility from a business standpoint in a way that's non-technical and understandable and intuitive into what's the actual value and purpose of this, and what's the projected actual dollar or monetary savings that you're going to get by implementing this type of decisioning process. So what you need to do, in addition to sort of learning from data to be able to produce those odds on the fly, and if you can do that acting on the odds, is a pretty straightforward concept. But before you launch a system and put it into production, you need an aggregate view. You need an estimation of the total win and the total trade-offs that you're making in aggregate over many, many individual decisions. And that's usually the main piece that's missing. That's what we do at Gooder AI, is produce a solution that visualizes that and puts it into concrete terms and in monetary terms, savings and profit, and in a way that's understandable to the stakeholders, the business leaders and decision makers who need to work closely with data scientists and whoever's doing the number crunching and making those predictive models to understand what are the ramifications of this deployment. Of course, there are also other challenges. There are technical challenges, not the least of which is having the right data. And of course, that's where all of these highfalutin ideas that I've described here would go nowhere without the right data infrastructure there in the first place.